Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has urged the National Assembly to investigate the alleged secret petrol subsidy payments. In a statement by his media advisor, Paul Ibe, Atiku urged President Bola Tinubu administration to demonstrate bravery in taking ownership of its policies and their consequences by being accountable to Nigerians. Atiku challenged Tinubu's administration to seize what he alleges is misleading the public about its stance on petrol subsidy. He stated that despite Tinubu's public statements regarding petrol subsidy removal, the administration has been covertly disbursing trillions of naira for petrol subsidy. Atiku indicated that subsidy payments under Tinubu's leadership are projected to reach 5.4 trillion this year. In response, the presidency has refuted circulating claims that it intends to allocate funds to pay 5.4 trillion for fuel subsidy in 2024. A statement issued by the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, reaffirmed the conclusion of the fuel subsidy era. But responding, Atiku accused the Bola Tinubu administration of diverting public funds through petrol subsidy, hence the refusal of the government to review how much has been spent on subsidy. Atiku stated that the alleged covert subsidy scheme was among the factors deterring investment in the oil sector. The statement read in parts, the former vice president said the clandestine subsidy regime was one of the reasons investments in the oil sector had refused to come in. Tinubu has brought the shady nature of running Lagos to the federal level. He claims subsidy is gone, but his special advisor on energy, Olu Vehenjan, says they are interfering from time to time, while his finance minister, Wale Edu, described subsidy removal as an ongoing process. A document authored by the coordinating minister of the economy revealing how much subsidy is being paid is now being disowned. The very authors of the document, both the World Bank and the IMF, have reviewed in separate reports that Nigeria is still paying petrol subsidies, but the Tinubu government refuses to come clean. Even a senior member of the APC had reviewed that subsidy was being paid. For a man who claims to be a mission to attract foreign direct investment, it is ironic that he cannot see that his policy flip-flops and lies are capable of dissuading investors. He must come clean on this subsidy issue, since he doubles as a petroleum minister. The Tinubu administration should be courageous enough to own their policies and outcome with their full chest, and responsible enough to be accountable for their actions to Nigeria. He stressed the importance of the National Assembly prioritizing the investigation of the matter instead of concentrating on trivial matters. Top accolade correspondents reached out to citizens of Nigeria as they aired their opinions.
Removal of subsidy too is also a fraud. Because as an ordinary Nigerian, the question I will ask myself, as an ordinary Nigerian, what do you stand to gain with subsidy removal? How is it affecting the life of ordinary Nigerians? What do we stand to gain? Obviously, we are not gaining anything. We are not gaining anything. And then you're saying you have removed subsidy. Some persons are saying the subsidy is still being paid. It's still being serviced. So who is deceiving who? Okay, now, you're not paying subsidy. You have removed subsidy. Nigeria is still suffering. So how has subsidy helped us? So you can see the whole thing is still a fraud on an ordinary Nigeria. It's still a fraud on an ordinary Nigeria. Ordinary citizens, we are suffering. Look at the bag of rice. It has gone so high because of subsidy removal. Let me tell you the truth. Even if the government pays every Nigeria 1 million, because of this subsidy fraud, Nigerians will still suffer it. So the whole idea is not on you even increasing minimum wage, is to come back to reality, to truth. Subsidize. Tell Nigeria, go back to that subsidy so that life can return back.
Subsidy in this country has always been a scam. It's a scam. Because what is the subsidy for? It was intended, I understand, to alleviate the masses. But who is benefiting from the subsidy? Nobody, none among the masses. It is only those who are well connected to government that are benefiting. So what is the use of the subsidy as far as the common man is concerned, the common man on the street? Unfortunately, when the subsidy was removed, it is the man on the street that has been suffering. So when you are returning subsidy, I don't see any sense in that. There are better alternatives to alleviating the sufferings of the citizens of this country. Improve on production, right? Why are our refineries down? That's a major area where if government pays attention to that, there will be a lot of improvement, right? There will be a lot of improvement. Agriculture, what about agriculture? Farmers cannot farm now because of insecurity, right? Go to the health sector. Everywhere has been affected, and the major reason is because of the so-called fuel subsidy that was removed. So for me, it has been a scam right from the beginning.
We need to think of the roadmap. If you have a vehicle without a driver and that vehicle is moving, you are certain it is going to crash. That is the way the government is running now. So for us to even have any roadmap, the government needs to come down. Listen to people that has what to offer to the solution of the mess we are into. Let them go back to the universities, consult people that will lead them into having policies with which they will govern this land, not just thinking what you have done before you do it. Nigeria is a very big country and complex country for that matter. So nobody should just take Nigerians for granted. All have been in mess and shambles. That's why the suffering is untold in the life of their people now.
Reporting from Nigeria's state capital, Soy before Jackarage, Top Accolade News.